Welcome to Spice Master Keith's Theatre with your host, Keith Lorren.
What's happening? My name is Keith Lorren. I'm the spiciest man in the world, and I invented cooking. You're looking at me and probably wondering, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a gourmet spice designer, which means that I manufacture flavor profiles and spice blends for restaurants, grocery store chains, and foodies all over the world. And what I want to teach the FrankenFood family is how to make food holler with the spices. I'm going to show them how to make the food taste so good they want to eat their fingers off. Chances are, when you're thinking about Carmel, you're thinking about something that's light and warm and buttery and being poured over ice cream, brownies, and pies. But we're not making none of that. Today I'm going to show you how to make a savory application using Carmel. And the dish I'm going to show you is a Caribbean dish, and I call it Keith's Brown Stew Chicken. To begin this Caribbean dish, you gotta start off by seasoning the meat, and we're gonna season it with a little bit of Keith Lorren's all-purpose seasoning. But first things first, you gotta have the best seasonings. If you want the best flavor, you gotta use the best seasonings. Allow me to introduce you to Keith Lorren's all-purpose seasoning. We're going to let it marinate, and we're gonna begin a second seasoning, and I call this the seasoning paste. And we're gonna take all of our aromatics, scallions, onions, ginger, scotch bonnet, thyme, and we're gonna put it in a food processor and puree it. In a hot pan, we're gonna add a little bit of oil, and we're gonna add a little bit of sugar, and this is gonna begin our caramel base. Now be careful, we're not making burnt, we're making caramel. So be careful with your heat, and you have to stir it constantly. After it reaches the perfect color, we're going to add our seasoned meat to that, and we're gonna stir it so that the caramel coats the meat. Now we're gonna add a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of scotch bonnet peppers, allspice berries, and we're going to allow the chicken to brown in the spices and in the caramel. After that's golden brown, we can begin adding our seasoning paste, and we're gonna cook this down together with a little bit of chicken bouillon and let it create its own gravy. We're just gonna cook it nice and slow until it's succulent and delicious. Now we can add our sauteed onions, carrots, scotch bonnet peppers, and bell peppers. And here's our finished dish. It doesn't get any better than this. Look at that. You know, I can't wait to go on Spike TV's FrankenFood. I'm gonna show y'all how to really spice things up. My name is Keith Lorren, and I invented cooking. I'll see you soon.
Join us next week for another episode of Spice Master Keith's Theatre.